Hi, everyone. This is the Myers fan back with another interview. And today I have a special guest. He is the producer of Terrifier 2. And we are here to talk about the new Halloween website called Halloween Portal. I'm excited to dig into that. Please welcome Mr. Steve Barton. Steve, how are you?
How are you, Darnell? It's wonderful to make your acquaintance and get to chat a little bit. Yeah, man, there's some exciting stuff going on, and it's only going to get a lot more exciting. So I'm thrilled to be able to share maybe a little bit about what's going on at the Halloween portal with you.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. And I see you're wearing a Terrifier 2 t-shirt there. I've never seen these films. I hate to admit that. I've never seen them.
They're not for everybody. I mean, one day I'm sure it'll hit your radar, but until then, no biggie.
Before we start with the Halloween portal, though, I have to ask you about Terrifier. Art the Clown. Is he human or what is he?
Well, there's the $1 million question, huh? No, he is not human. He
Okay.
he is in fact very inhuman.
Oh, okay. Well, that sort of leaves it a bit ambiguous. Okay, I'll take that. Fair enough. Fair enough. I
Hmm.
I guess my first question would be during our pre-interview chat on Twitter, you
Hmm.
mentioned that you were a part of Trancas Films, the production company behind the iconic Halloween franchise for many years. I would like to hear more about how you initially became involved with Trancas and what your experience has been like working with them over the years. Can you tell me about that?
Absolutely. I got started in one way or the other. I think this past July, I want to say 10th was 30 years for me that I've been working in the horror industry for in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing fanzines, and then I started working for Fangoria, and then I created Dread Central, and I was editor in chief of that for 18 years before I decided to just step back and start working, more behind the camera than
Mm.
at a desk. I'm a people person, man. I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Malik Akkad. It has to be somewhere around 10, maybe 15 years ago. And we got along famously. And I was one of the hosts of, I believe it was the Halloween 30 event. And
Okay.
I came back for a couple of other ones. And this is what I do, man. I love being able to talk to the fans. And so it wasn't long before Malik asked me, Steve, you want to take a crack at maybe keeping our social media up to date and stuff like that? And I was like, of course, man. And another very talented writer, Sean Decker, uh,
Yeah.
he had brought me on to do a little bit of work on the website itself. Like I think I wrote one article there because I writing just I just since I left Red Central, I've been editorializing isn't really my thing anymore. You know,
Now, Dread Central, I'm sorry to interrupt, but they don't they do a series called Dread the Unsolved, or is that not them? Is that
uh,
them?
a lot of that stuff came after I was gone.
Okay.
We had done a other different type of horror column,
Mm-hmm.
paranormal column back then called Cold Spots, and it was written by one of a really prolific author friend of mine, a guy named Scott Johnson. And as media started changing and the way users started digesting uh, different habits of, how they're getting their movie news and how they're getting this and that, it made sense to evolve with the times. And being that I was doing that like for 18 years, and yes, we definitely evolved over that time, or else we wouldn't be relevant. But the time had come in my career to realize that this is as far as I was going to take Dread Central.
Okay.
And from there, I just let them, I stepped back, Dude, I'm in my 50s now, so you got to let the young bucks give them their chance to get out there
Yeah.
and shine, you know?
Yeah, I'll put it like this. You might be in your 50s, but if it were me, man, I would be with Halloween forever. I ain't going nowhere. So I'm telling you that
Well,
now.
neither am I. Halloween is one of my absolute favorite franchises. I love the character of Michael Myers. I love John Carpenter.
Yeah.
I love the music. I love everything about it. The Halloween franchise is unique in that it's sort of there's something for everybody, right?
Yeah.
I've it's like a choose your own adventure tale. It's like you want the Thorn storyline, here's the Thorn storyline. You want the Rob Zombie movies, here are the Rob Zombie movies. Here are two different
Yeah.
types of reunion confrontations between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. So it's been a really unique franchise. And even if you want a Halloween movie that has nothing to do with Michael Myers, there was Season of the Witch, which I love. And I feel like it's a very underrated 80s movie only because it has the Halloween title. I don't think that it would be as underrated as it is if people wanted Michael Myers, and they were sorely disappointed.
I have to give it to you though. You do make me see things in a new light because I was against the other iterations of Halloween like Rob Zombie and things like that. And I still am, but now that you said it like this, I'm like, okay, fair enough. If they want something else, they can choose something else and that's fine. I like the first eight and I'm going to stick with that and that's just the way it is for me. So,
Yeah, man. I mean, there's even two versions of Halloween 6. It really is such a choose your own adventure tale. When Malik and Ryan Freeman, one of
mhm.
the partners in this in Trancas, if I wanted to help out in any way, I mean, I jumped at the chance. It's my most favorite franchise next to George Romero's Dead franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Halloween Portal is Malik and Trancas's way of thanking the fans for
Okay.
all the support that you guys have given and all of the love that you guys have given. So it's like it's going to be a lot more of an interactive experience with the fans because Malik and everyone feels like the fans have been so supportive that they don't deserve anything less than that.
I would agree with that.
So you're going to be getting news on the Halloween portal before you get it anywhere else. You're going to be getting exclusive merchandise offers. You're going to be getting trick or treat bags. Sometimes we're just going to give stuff away for free. And
Mhm.
it's all to just let the public know how much we value what you do for us. You're
Thank
always
you so
sharing
much.
images. And thank you. I mean, a lot of people, there's a common misconception. They think sooner or later they get a point in their career where they're bigger than the
Oh
fan.
yeah, yeah.
Nothing's bigger than the fan base. The fan base is what allows people like myself to keep working.
Hmm.
So it makes sense for us to nurture that and to be on the front line. We don't want you guys taking the ride with us. We want you guys in the car with us, and having a good time and
Yeah.
showing some love. So that's really what the Halloween portal is going to be. There's going to be I know everything that it's doing, but I can't really say much yet. But pretty soon you'll be able to get exclusive merch like this Halloween portal hat, which looks damn good, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Uh, T-shirts, hoodies, just everything. It's going to be a really interesting experience, and it's a way for us to easily identify the fans who are out there doing their thing.
Hmm.
And when we see somebody with a Halloween portal shirt, that person is in. It's sort of like you ever be in a movie theater
Hmm.
and you're in line for popcorn or whatever the case may be, and you see somebody like maybe about 10 people away from you and they're wearing a Halloween t-shirt and you smile at each other and you give each other the nod because those are your people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, the fans are our people, and we want to be able to create something really cool and do things that'll get them excited, things that they've been asking for quite a long time, and even things they haven't been asking for, but it's pretty cool to do. So to have this opportunity in this day and age where technology has come so far, and with all the really exciting things that are going on behind the scenes with Halloween, and where the franchise is going and other things that are cooking, and there's so much coming, and we want our fans, the Halloween fans, to be the first in the know and the first ones to really get a crack at the really cool stuff. A lot of times, you see merch and it's gone in 5 seconds. We want our fans to be able to have that chance to be
Hmm.
able to get the cool stuff that they want and maybe get it at a discounted price or something like that. I mean, there's a lot of different things we can do, but I mean, I can't really speak for Malik, but I will tell you this: when it comes to the fan base, Malik holds you guys in the highest of regards.
Thank
He,
you.
he has to honor his father's legacy.
Hmm.
His father was a great man,
Oh yes.
a great visionary man. So
Hmm.
Malik has sometimes the enviable task of having to walk in his shoes, man, and make his own footprints. And
Yes.
I think he's done that. And there's a big family vibe when it comes to the people behind the scenes at Trancas.
Hmm.
And speaking for myself personally, I mean, they helped me when I needed help, and I will go to the ends of the earth for them. There's nothing I
Yes.
wouldn't do. And it's literally out of everything I've done and out of every place I've ever been associated with, I get the most familial vibe from
Yeah.
Trancas, cats behind the Halloween franchise. I mean, Sean Clark puts on these amazing events.
Hmm.
Oh, oh God, it's so much work.
But I
And
mean, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to say it had to come from somewhere, right? I mean, you didn't just wake up and say, I got a great idea. We're gonna make something called the Halloween portal. Like, no, it had to come from somewhere.
it comes from Malik.
Really?
So Malik, make no mistake, while we're the happy foot soldiers, I'm a
Hmm.
private in this army. I don't care.
Yeah.
Um, because I love the general, and he is the general, and he conceives these things and has these amazing ideas, and then he'll defer to us to see what's possible and maybe what's not possible and how can we do this. And what I love about Malik is he echoes my mindset, and I think that's why we get along so well, is because the answer is never no, it's how.
Hmm.
We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. There's a way to do anything. But his most important job, and he people don't even know how far he goes to make sure that the integrity of
Te-
this
Tell
franchise.
us how far he see that's why you're here. You got to tell us because we don't know. Tell us.
Well,
This is
a lot of it is stories that aren't mine to tell. But I can tell you this: I've seen him say no to a lot of important people because it wouldn't be right for the fans.
wow.
He genuinely loves the fan base. And
Yeah.
there's few people I can actually say that about. He doesn't look at it as just a business,
Hmm.
looks at it as a family,
Yeah.
and what he can do to make sure that every part of this family, from the immediate front line to you guys out there who are the real soldiers that support these movies. He wants to make sure everyone's taken care of and everyone's best interests are taken to heart because he takes this very seriously. He doesn't there's never been a moment where I've ever had a conversation with him where he said something that I would consider not good for the franchise. It's always, is it good for the franchise? Is it good for the fans? And if the answer is yes, he will find a way to get it done. And we're happy to help in any way that we can.
I'm gonna throw something at you before I ask you my next question. I'm
Sure.
gonna throw something at you. It's gonna knock you down. I'm glad you're sitting down because it's gonna
I've
knock
been knocked down
you down.
before, brother. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna throw something at you. Now you ready? Get ready to
Bring
catch
it.
it. Halloween 9.
What about it?
See, there you go. You're like,
What about
oh,
it?
well, is that possible?
I can neither confirm nor deny, but I will tell you this, when it comes to giving the fans what they want, anything is possible.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
And
enough.
being, and again, being that they've been able to cultivate this whole choose your own adventure
Hmm.
attitude with these movies. I mean, what I think is beautiful about that is, Michael is the boogeyman, right?
Yes, sir.
There are so many different iterations of the boogeyman and what the
Hmm.
boogeyman can do. So, like I said, you have the first two movies where, all of a sudden Laurie is Michael's sister. Then you have the 2018 movie where she's not his sister. Then you
Hmm.
two very different portrayals of Laurie Strode by Jamie Lee Curtis in both H2O and in the last David Gordon Green trilogy.
Hmm.
It's very exciting when it comes to it, whether when a new Halloween comes out, because you never know what you're going to get. And the
Did, did
direction
did
is,
that knock you off your feet? Are you okay? Do you need a pack? Do you need an ice
no,
pack?
I'm good, man. I'm
All
a pro,
right.
baby. I got this.
Okay, I'm just making sure now. I don't want you having to go to the emergency room, you know.
No, never, man, never. I got my 2 feet under me just fine.
All right. So
You
I
know,
guess my
yeah,
my my next question would be the Halloween portal was officially announced on July 4th, at least from what I understand, and
mhm,
Trancas has been hyping it up,
mhm.
suggesting that it's a must-see for fans.
It will be.
What are the specific reasons behind this confidence? What sets this website apart from other websites? Can you provide any further information on its features?
I can. Uh, the one thing that I've been able to do, and Malik and everybody, Thomas at Trankis Hunter, there's a whole squad of people behind this. I think what's going to set Halloween Portal way apart from everything else that's been done before
Hmm.
is that it's being created purely from a standpoint where we're listening to the fans. You
I
know,
love that. I love that.
what you guys are saying. We're looking forward to giving you all of these cool things that you've been asking for so long, and even hit you with a few surprises now and then.
Hmm.
It's just that we want to make this the quintessential online fan experience that could possibly translate into offline experiences,
Hmm.
and give you guys everything that you need. And again, the main focus of everything is to say thank you, and just show the fans that you're appreciated. And that's very much Malik. I always said to myself, because I was able to go to Chiller and, Fangoria's Weekend of Horrors and all that other stuff. And then, of course, San Diego has Comic-Con, and there's its own throng of conventions and stuff. And I always said to myself, well, what the hell does the poor person who either can't get to these things or live in like middle America and these things don't exist, what did they do? And so I created Dread Central as a place for horror fans to gather and create a sense of community with each other and be able to like the things we like without having to fear about getting judged by whomever. And that's beautiful. And that's the thing I'm most proud of in my career, to be honest with you. And the Halloween Portal is very much like-minded in that fashion, you know? We want to make as many cool things happen as we can.
And I guess my next question would be that without a doubt, Michael Myers is the central character and the primary focus of the Halloween franchise, as you just pointed out. And
Mhm.
I'm curious to know how his character will be represented or utilized in this new website. What is his role or purpose? What role or purpose, if any, will he serve in this website's
That's
content?
that is a fantastic question. I mean, obviously he doesn't have much to say,
That's
uh,
true.
but Michael will always be front and center,
Yes, sir.
and will always be Michael Myers forward.
Yeah.
Um, The real question is, which iteration of Michael Myers?
Oh,
Will it
yeah.
be a new one? Will it be an old one? Would it be one of the dozens of pre-existing ones? I mean, don't forget, Michael's also been in comic books. He's been in
Hmm.
video games. So there's a lot of room to play in this playground, and we want to make sure that there's something there that represents everybody, that everybody could vibe with, you know?
It sounds good to me. I don't know anything about the Halloween portal, but I would say that if this thing is an interactive website or whatever the case, I'm probably going to be playing on it all night like a little kid. So, look, I'm 38 years old, but I love Halloween. I love it to death.
Mhm.
And this sounds like Disneyland for me. So I can't wait to see what you guys have lined up for us. I know you can't really talk about too much, but I can't wait to see what you have lined up for us. So I guess I would ask next. I'm interested to know more about how the name Halloween Portal came up for this website. Who came up with this?
It's always Malik, man. This guy, I mean, obviously, I can't say that it was solely his idea name wise or what, because there's a lot of really talented people that work with him.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, Malik conveyed that what he wanted, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
what he wanted was a place where the fans can be appreciated. And there's a lot of different places you could call portal, you could call gathering, you could call whatever.
Yeah.
As long as the content is there, and more importantly, the right kind of content is there for the fans, then it's all good. Malik has a very clear vision of what he's looking for, and it's an honor to help him execute it.
Who was behind the origin of this concept for this so-called Halloween portal? Whose baby is this? If you had to pick somebody, whose baby is this?
I can't say for sure who actually came up with the nuts and bolts for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a lot. This has been getting talked about for quite some time now.
Really?
So it's not something that just came out of the blue and it's like, oh, here's this now. This is something that we were internally talking about for quite some time. And we're planting all the seeds and we're watering those seeds, and hopefully it turns into something beautiful when it continues to grow. And again, but when it comes to ideas and what he wants, Malik is always looking at the fans, and he reads everything, and he's really about making sure that everybody's happy, and he does his best. The one thing I will say about this franchise is no matter which movies were made, whether you like them, whether you didn't like them, every one of them was put together with heart.
Yeah.
Some have hit, some have missed, some have almost missed, some have almost hit. It's important to be kind of diverse in that respect, I guess. And because it's gone off into this all these different branching paths, it's been really exciting to see what people dig the most and what resonates the most. But he really wants to make sure that fans of all ages, fans everywhere, they just get what they need and they want from us and
Yeah.
from him and from this franchise. And at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. And it's a beautiful thing, and it's needed, man. You guys go out there, you guys support these movies, whether it be buying them, whether it be going to the theater, whether it be playing video games, whether it be getting t-shirts. It's you supported this franchise so much. And again, this is Malik's way of making sure that you're taken care of for all the love you've shown us.
Thank you so much. And before I ask my final question, I would like to give my thoughts on the portal, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I think that and this thought is not completely mine. It also comes from a site called HalloweenDailyNews.com. Shout out to them. Um, they basically said that this is not for no reason. This new website is not for no reason. Something is behind it.
Mhm.
Something big is happening here. And
Mhm.
so that's my sentiment. I share that sentiment. Something's going on. and you're sitting there grinning like the devil himself because you know something's going on and you don't want to tell me, you know
All will be revealed, my brother.
you know something's going on. I want to know more about it. I know something's happening. You are plugging the shit out of that website. I like that. I like that. Well, I will ask you my final question. And I guess I would ask, imagine you're trying to introduce someone new to the Halloween portal without spilling any surprises. How would you describe the website to pique their interest?
You are trying every conceivable way for me to drop some stuff on you, but I'm not gonna. I'm not
But
taking the bait. You gotta
you
listen.
are grinning like the devil, and so you're trying to hide things from me, and I'm trying to get information from you. I
I
am a podcaster. That's
I
what
get
I
it.
do.
I get it. I 100% get it, and I respect it. But I know what I can say, and I know what I can't say. But
That's fine.
I will say this: stay tuned. Go to
Okay.
the website, put in your email. Make sure you hit the activate email. Make sure because that's how you know the process is complete.
Yeah.
You just go to the site and put in your email address and then not go get the email and not activate it. That doesn't work. But stay tuned. There's a lot coming. Probably more than you could imagine.
And see that's the thing. See, you say ambiguous things, and then when we try to probe you,
How
then
about this? How about this, Darnell? How about I come back on in a year
okay.
and we can do a post-mortem of what's been good, what's been bad, what needs help, and what ideas that you may have or some other fans may have. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's to be able to have some place where we can engage back and forth
Yeah.
and keep everyone happy.
I mean,
And
because you know what you're doing. Obviously, you know that if you put something out there, the fish is going to jump up out of the water and take it. I mean, that's the nature of things. Would you agree? If
yeah,
you if
you know
you
what? Here's the thing. It, we're not trying to throw you a little piece of bait. We're trying to serve you a steak.
okay, all right, I like that. All right.
And it's just going to
Okay.
take a little while to cook. But when you get to bite into it, I promise you're going to be like, this is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's again what's important is that you guys are happy, you guys are satisfied, and it's our job and our responsibility to make sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. And it's my responsibility as somebody who is a fan,
Hmm.
who's always done everything that I've ever done. I did it out of love for this genre, and there's a lot of love for the genre on the Trancas team. So
Well,
it's
I sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to tell you I don't have the upgraded version of Zoom, so I only got 7 minutes left. And I was going to tell you you can take this time and talk to me about anything about the portal, about Malik. This is your time. You have the floor. What if you want to tell us anything about Mr. Akkad, this is your time to do that.
I love how hard you're trying.
I'm not doing anything. What am I doing?
Listen, over the last 10, 15, 20 years, I can honestly say from being on both sides of the fence, being from the journalist side to the insider side, I can honestly say that out of all the franchises out there, Elm Street, Friday the 13th, even Terrifier to a certain extent, but that they're new jacks. Um, I can honestly say that Halloween and the people behind this franchise pay more attention to what the fans are saying and what the fans want than anyone I have ever seen. And I cannot underscore that and I cannot stress that enough. Everything that Malik puts out there and everyone that on his team who works with him, they take this very seriously and they want to see the fans happy.
Yeah.
And it's always been my MO in my career. So I could tell you the future's bright, if not a little bit dark, but dark in a good way.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you put things out there. Like I remember, I think you guys posted something that said, what is it? The shape of things to come. And I said, see, you're winking at me again. You know something. That's what I'm saying.
Of
You
course
got,
I do.
you got me cracking
I can
up.
tell you this, if you guys want some free Halloween stuff, I will be making several appearances across the East Coast.
Hmm.
And I will have stickers for Halloween Portal. I will have maybe a couple other things to give away, and we'll see. We'll see how I can hook up the fans, yourself included.
Well,
And
thank you.
come out and see us, man. Come out, do what you can, send emails, stay in touch. We literally somebody is reading everything.
Well,
So
thank you. And
we're
that the gentleman that we mentioned earlier by the name of Thomas, won't say his last name, cut that out. Um, he was always very kind to me, and I want to thank him for that. I don't know if he's going to see this video.
well, I'll make
Please
them watch it.
please show it to him.
I, I will I will strap him to a chair. Thomas, I'm coming for you.
I want to say thank you so much to him because when I approached him about meeting with Mr. Akkad, he was a little bit he was guarded. He was like, "Well, I don't really know because I don't know what you do." But then when he looked up my interviews and he saw Ellie Cornell and all these other Halloween alum on the channel, he was like, "Oh, okay." And he would troll me a little bit, but then he was like, "You know what?" He said, "At first, I wasn't even going to put your interview request through to Mr. Akkad, but you know what? Since you persist like this, I'm gonna
Well, I'm
talk to him."
pretty damn persistent. I'll give you
Well,
the bro.
you
I
were
was a journalist for 18 years. I get it. Believe me, I get it.
so that proves that I'm doing a good job from one journalist to another. I'm
You're
doing.
doing you're doing an exceptional job.
Thank you so
And
much. I don't know if I trust you. You got this look on your face like you're hiding something. You know, oh my goodness. Well, Mr. Barton, thank you so much for your
it,
time. I really mean that. And please let's stay in touch. They're telling me time's up. So I want to thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. It was a pleasure meeting you.
it's my pleasure, brother. Stay in touch.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Take care.